Good evening. Hi, welcome to Wednesday Night Live. So grateful to see you here with us. There are some wonderful, hearty souls here tonight. It's another snowy night. I don't know why life is continuing to give us these big snowstorms on Wednesday nights, but I'm ready for it to end. So we're so grateful that you are here tonight with us. We've got a wonderful service planned. Reverend Michelle Scavetta is here to do a beautiful talk about how the universe has a plan. And I'm so grateful. I've been worried about that. I've been wondering if that was true or not. So she's going to tell us all about that. And we've got some great music here tonight. Our amazing band is here with Kent Rautenstrauss, Mike Marlier, Susan McGlitch, and wonderful Randy Chavez. And Jennifer Burnett is here with us. We are blessed by all of them. Let's enjoy some great music.
I'm coming out. I'm coming. I'm coming out. I'm coming. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. There's a new me coming out, and I just have to live, and I wanna give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around I am gonna do it like you never knew it. Oh, I'll make it through. The time has come for me to break out of the shell. I have to show that I am coming out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I've got to show the world all that I want to be and all my abilities. There's so much more to me. Somehow I have to make them just understand I got it well in hand, and oh, what I've planned. I'm spreading out. There is no need to fear, and I just feel so good every time I hear I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I'm spreading out. There is no need to fear, and I just feel so good every time I hear I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I'm coming out. I'm coming. I'm coming out. I'm coming. I'm coming out. I want the to know, got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. One more time. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. I'm coming out. Thank you so much. We've got a dance party going on here tonight at Wednesday Night Live, and endings while you wait. Just like, yes. And that's Randy Chavez on guitar. Isn't it great to have Randy Chavez with us? You play so beautiful. Just so lovely and so tasty and so, he's just really, really good player. He's just a really, really good player. So this next song is a song that I haven't done here at Mile High Church in so many years. I haven't done this song in so many years, so, but it has such a great message, I think. It's just always, a reminder that wherever we are, like something, meaning some part of us, is looking out for us and has a plan. And even if I'll speak from the I. How's that? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Speak from the I? Yeah. So when my unconscious gets misaligned and all of that, and then I start to go that direction, this song is a great reminder that that higher power is still right there with me. And I can trust it. I never thought I'd ever make it. I can't believe this hell I've been through. I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what to do. I've been through the rain, I've been through the fire. There was something that I never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Must be an angel on my shoulder who was right there all the time. This world could be so cold and so heartless. It's hard to find your way alone. I used to run so fast, no one could catch me. I couldn't find my way back home. Though I've begged, I've cried, I've almost died, but my broken heart just never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Must be an angel on my shoulder who was right there all the time. Everybody needs someone to cling to with an unchanging love. I finally found a hand to hold on to, a shelter to run to. Now I see He's watching over me. Thank you. I'm going to take a little sip of water. So this is a brand new song, and it's interesting how, oftentimes the songs that we sing on any given service are chosen those 3 or 4 weeks ago is so fitting for my life right now, today, in this moment, right here. And, it's just another really good reminder for myself. So I'm going to sing this one because I need to hear it. Third grade, I drew my dreams on a blank page. My own silver screen painted sun never rained, and love without pain. It's funny that life I designed never played out like I had in mind. Had some highs hit the ground, some ups that went down, but one thing that I figured out: joy comes, tears fall. I'm learning there is beauty in it all. It's not hard to find it, you just have to look. Oh, God is good. I've said hellos and goodbyes, and I've held my friends while they cried, tasted bitter and sweet, those moments between. Oh, he's had his hand on everything. Joy comes, tears fall. I'm learning there is beauty in it all. It's not hard to find it, you just have to look. Oh, God is good. We're all young, then we're old. Kids have kids of their own, and the days just keep moving, moving. If there's one thing I know true, wherever I go, He is with me forever through it all. Joy comes, tears fall. I'm learning there is beauty in it all. Joy comes, tears fall. I'm learning there is beauty in it all. It's not hard to find it, you just have to look. Oh, God is good. Oh, God is good.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, band. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Mile High Church, Wednesday Night Live. Thank you for being here. For those of you who trekked through the snow to be here, thank you, including the band and the staff and the volunteers. And thank you for joining us online. I am so grateful to be with you tonight. It's so interesting, just similar to as Jennifer shared about the song that she just sang, I chose this title of The Universe Has a Plan. The universe always has a plan, based on Matt Kahn's book. I chose this title, I think 2 or 3 months ago. And the interesting thing is, just this past weekend, I received some unexpected news about some impending changes that are happening in my life in a couple of months. And I'll say, it threw me for a bit of a loop, got a little bit emotional, going into this space of what's going to happen? How is this going to unfold? Where do I go from here? And I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was explaining what was, going on in this unexpected news that came up. And I was telling her that I just don't know. It's like too much. It's overwhelming. But I said, however, I have this talk that I'm preparing for this Wednesday, and so I have to put this news on the back burner, and I'll get to it later. And so she asked me, well, what are you talking about? And so I said, well, I'm talking about this, this book called The Universe Always Has a Plan. And then in that moment, literally, I'm like, oh, the universe always has a plan. So again, just like Jennifer, apparently this talk tonight is for me, but you're welcome to listen in. And so, have you ever been called to make a change in your life? Maybe it's a big change, like a move, or maybe it's an exciting change of a new relationship or a new job opportunity. And whether it's big or small, sometimes change is not comfortable. At least for me. Sometimes change is not comfortable. I'm one that, I like to know what's going to happen in front of me because it just gives me a sense of safety. But more often than not, we have no idea what's beyond that change, that choice that we're making. And so in the book, The Universe Always Has a Plan, Kahn talks about the importance of self-compassion. How it's important that we give ourselves the time and the space to be gentle with ourselves. Because even if, there's a change that's happening, an important thing to remember is that you cannot make a wrong choice. Sometimes we can make interesting choices, but even in that interesting choice, we're called to grow. And that's what our soul came here to do. We came here to grow. And so choices are happening all around us all of the time, but how we respond to them, how we connect with them, how we allow them to sometimes maybe stop us in our tracks or guide us to our next step, that's part of the journey. That's part of our life path. And I was reminded that in the book, he talks about how the ego oftentimes comes from a space of regret. Oh, I wish I should have made a different choice. Oh, I wish I made the same choice if I knew everything that was going to unfold, how it was going to unfold. But the soul loves the opportunity for new and exciting things to unfold. The soul, again, came here to grow. And so the soul regrets no choices that we make. Even if maybe in our human selves, we might question ourselves. I recently came across a meme on Facebook. You might have seen it here or there. It's of two students, and in the front, the student is ego, and behind ego is the universe. And so the universe is passing the ego a note. The ego is so excited, and he opens the note, and the note says, "Be comfortable in not knowing." Again, that's not my most comfortable space, even if we're invited into that space of uncertainty, oftentimes. And it reminded me of a Zen proverb, "Leap and the net will appear." Although I love that quote, I don't like that quote. Leap and the net will appear. I would much rather leap after I see the net safely below me. But again, if we're called to grow, then we're being called to step out of our comfort zone. Because it's that step outside of our comfort zone is where the growth happens. And even if it's a baby step. So are you feeling called to make a change in your life in some way? An exciting change, perhaps an uncertain change, or maybe have you had an experience where a change has occurred and maybe you did not initiate it, but now you get to plan accordingly to make some choices. I remember, so I was recently back in Connecticut visiting family, and I remember just moving to Colorado right out of high school. And in the moment, it felt like this is the right decision to make. But even after we moved out here, for the first couple of years, there were numerous times where it's like questioning, did I make the right choice? Should we move back? Should we stay? And it was a couple of years later that I stumbled upon Mile High Church. And in retrospect, I can look back now 20 years later and see how moving out to Colorado was the perfect choice for me. Because had I not, I wouldn't be standing here. I wouldn't have found Mile High Church in the philosophy of science and mind teachings. I would not have, immersed myself in this amazing spiritual community. I would not have found my connection to God in the way that I have over these last 20 years. But did I know way back then what was going to unfold, how it was going to unfold? No. But it was up to me to listen, to allow myself to be guided. And so the important piece of knowing how the universe has a plan is that, okay, spoiler alert, I don't know what the universe's plan is for you. I barely know what the universe's plan is for me because the plan is constantly unfolding. As we grow, as we make choices, we may choose to end up course correcting in some way, but I believe that God is guiding us to grow and learn and to express our light, our unique light into the world that only we can. We have interesting things going on in the world. We have, this challenges going on in so many areas. And yet, what if, as Dr. Michelle mentioned on Sunday, if you listened to her talk, she was talking about shining our light, shining our love into the world. And so what if that's our call? I think it is our call, among other things. Because as we shine our light, that light is the God light that is expressing through us as us. And as we shine our light, as we tune into the divine presence that is around us and moving through us in every moment, we are then guided to another step of what is ours to do in this moment. And now, perhaps you have heard some changes, have been called to make a change, and you're wondering what's next. What's my next step? And so the important thing is to listen, to pay attention to the messages that we get, both sitting in meditation, whether it's through another form of spiritual practice. Perhaps you're receiving messages through a song lyric, or a line in a movie. God is speaking to us all of the time, but are we paying attention? Are we paying attention? I was reminded of a story that I heard, that you might have heard previously, about a man who was in a flood, and he was asking God for help. And he's sitting on top of his roof, and the water is rising. He's calling for God to help him, and he just knows he's convicted. He has a conviction that God is going to save him from this flood. And so here comes a rowboat with people. Come on, we'll save you, we'll help you. He's like, oh, no, God's going to save me. So the rowboat goes away. And he's just sitting there, and he's sitting there asking for God for support, for help, to rescue him. And here comes a motorboat. And they, come on in, we'll help you, we'll save you from this flood. Oh, no, God's going to save me. And so they go off. And then a little while later, here comes a helicopter. Hey, we're going to throw down this ladder, climb up, and we'll rescue you, we'll save you from this flood. Oh, no, God's going to help me, God's going to save me. And so the helicopter reluctantly flies by. And unfortunately, the man passes in the flood. And so he's talking to God after, when he gets to heaven. And he said, God, how come you didn't save me? To which God replied, I sent you a rowboat, a motorboat, and a helicopter. What more did you want me to do? And so it's the reminder that we're getting messages, we're receiving guidance in so many ways, in so many areas of our life. But it's important, it's up to us to make sure that we're paying attention. And so perhaps you're feeling called to make a change in your life, and you don't know which way to go. Another opportunity that you have is to reach out for support. Reach out to one of our prayer practitioners here at Mile High, because they would love to support you. They would love to see and reflect back to you the light that you are. And you can reach out for a prayer request in our lobby here in the sanctuary. You could submit a prayer request online, or you can reach out to our practitioners and request a meeting to have a practitioner session. Because one of the things that the practitioners love to do is just hold space for us. Because oftentimes when we just share the stuff that's coming up in our lives, the questions that we might have on which way do I turn now, just sharing those questions, it creates space for new insights to come in. Just like I was sharing, with my friend over the weekend of what was going on, the changes that were coming up. And therein, new insight. The universe always has a plan. So our practitioners are trained to listen. They're trained to see the highest truth of who you are in this very moment, even in times when you might not understand or see that light in yourself. But even in change, there's exciting changes that happen, And so it doesn't have to just be, a hardship. But sometimes, even in an exciting change, we still might not know what's going to unfold from here. And so it still might bring up some uncertainty. And that's okay. A key piece is to give yourself some grace and permission to be human. Because in that permission to be human, we can allow any emotions that might be coming to the surface, allow them the space to speak to us. Because those emotions have information for us to know. And we can't gain that insight if we just try to, push those emotions aside or pretend that they're not there. When we give ourselves permission to be human, we can acknowledge the emotions. And then as we acknowledge them, that's when they dissipate. But we have to acknowledge them first. So where are you being called? What is something that is calling for you to grow? Because the universe is here, always conspiring for our highest good. The universe has our back, even in times where we just can't feel it, we don't know it. The universe wants us to succeed. The universe is here to empower us to shine our light as bright as it can be. Because oftentimes when we're experiencing a time of challenge or uncertainty, sometimes perhaps we might dim our light. I know I do. Sometimes I just, pull back a little bit. And again, that's just being human. And that's okay. But what if, even in times of uncertainty, we can acknowledge the fear, the doubt, thank it for coming, and then we move forward. And then we take a step. We listen for that divine guidance within us that is guiding us to our next perfect step, and we say, okay, I'll take this step. And then the next step is revealed. So I'll take this step. The universe is here. God is here. God is our continuous cheerleader in life. We are here to co-create with the divine. And what if you just knew God's got your back? The universe always has a plan. Would your life feel differently? Would you feel differently about life? So the universe always has a plan. What is something that might be calling you? Where are you being called to grow? Where are you being called to change? Are you willing to listen within for that still small voice that's guiding you to your next perfect step? Are you willing to listen to the emotions that are coming to the surface? Invite them in. Are you willing to allow God to support you? Are you willing to say yes to life? We're here to dance with Spirit. Sometimes we might want to take the lead, but Spirit is always there to have our back. So let's go ahead and just turn within. Just breathing into this space, this moment in time. We recognize that divine presence that is always available to us, that is guiding us in every moment, that is encouraging us to grow. How is Spirit calling you to grow this day? As we allow any sense of uncertainty, any fear or doubt, we simply allow them to dissolve into the nothingness from which they came, and we say yes. We say yes to life, knowing that in every moment we are supported. We are here by divine appointment to express the divine light as us in a way that only we can show up. And that light and that love moves around the world, blessing all of the people, all of the lives that it touches. For there is only one life. That life of God, that life of possibility, that life of love, of light, of success. And we accept that life, that light, that love into our lives as we express it tenfold. I'm so grateful to know that the divine presence is right here in every moment. It is always available to us. And as we lean in, we allow that light to guide us. I'm so grateful for all of the support and the resources that are available to us in every moment. And as we reach out for support, that support is available to us. And so I know that as we move into the rest of our week, we listen for the divine guidance, the messages, the whispers. We listen for that still small voice to guide us to our next perfect step. Knowing that the universe always has a plan. There are no accidents. We are called here to grow, to serve, to love. And I just know that as we move into the rest of our week, we allow our light to shine a little brighter as we say yes to life and to love. And so it is.
Beautiful job, Reverend Michelle. Thank you so much. And even though we share the same name and same taste and colors of clothes, we're two very distinct beings. We did not color coordinate tonight. It just sort of happened. And we're so grateful for the opportunity to not only experience the beauty of this service and the music and the wisdom of Michelle, but also an opportunity to remind ourselves now in this moment of the abundant nature of life. The founder of this teaching, Ernest Holmes, had these qualities. He called them God qualities, and he got them as he developed this teaching. And one of them is abundance. It's the opportunity to know that no matter what is going on in our lives, there's an abundance of all good that's flowing through us. That's part of the plan that the universe has for us, the continual flow, and that each one of us is a channel through which that good is expressed. And so we're so grateful for the ways that we all get to be a channel for that good tonight. And so we're inviting you to join us in this moment in sharing through tithes and offerings in a way that feels appropriate for you. If you are here with us in the service tonight, we do have bins out in the lobby for you to leave a gift before you go. Credit card machines are out there. And you can also text to give, whether you're here or you're online, or you can go to our website using your phone or tablet or computer and make a contribution there. And of course, snail mail, all those ways that we talk about every week. But more importantly, I invite us right now just to remember the truth of us, that we are a channel for the infinite abundance, and that we choose to share from that awareness of our abundant nature. So please say after me this affirmation: this gift I give is God in action.
This gift I give is God in action.
I celebrate my abundance.
I celebrate my abundance.
I know that I am blessed. And how very grateful I am. And so it is.
This is a song that I wrote many years ago for a talk that Reverend Cynthia James was doing when she was here at Mile High Church. And it is on my CD called One Small Miracle. And that man back there, Mike Marlier, was the music director on that CD. So tonight we get to add Randy to this song, and hope you enjoy it. In this dance of life, spirits leading me across life's dance floor. With each spin and turn, showing me the steps to reveal my own true nature. Dancing with spirit into the light, dancing with spirit, now I can shine. Dancing with spirit, with a divine. As one with spirit, now my soul has wings, I can fly. Spirit moves in me, I just let it be. With the ease and grace of a dancer, I am strong and sure as I release control, and I see my life's real answer. Dancing with spirit into the light, dancing with spirit, now I can shine. Dancing with spirit, with a divine. As one with spirit, now my soul has wings, I can fly. In my life sometimes I want to leave, and I can fly when spirit Spirit's leading me. Dancing with Spirit into the light. Dancing with Spirit, now I can shine. Dancing with Spirit, with the divine. As one with Spirit, now my soul has wings, and I'm dancing with Spirit into the light. Dancing with Spirit, now I can shine. Dancing with Spirit, with the divine. As one with Spirit, now my soul has wings, I can fly. As one with Spirit, now my soul has wings, I can fly.
Well, that was a wonderful bit of synchronicity. I loved Reverend Michelle talking about the letting Spirit take the lead in that wonderful message, and then Jennifer just confirmed that. So that's a message for us all, I have a feeling. So thank you so much again for being here with us. Reverend Michelle did a great job of outlining the ways that you can get. She did a great job, period. Yes, of course, acknowledge that. But I was specifically also going to highlight that you did a great job talking about how our practitioner prayer partners can support us. And so you can make a prayer request tonight before you leave by going out to the counter along the window and fill out a prayer request. You can go online to the Prayer and Care Center and submit a prayer request there anytime, day or night. And we hope that you will allow our practitioners to support you and lift you up in prayer. Coming up here in the next week at Mile High Church on Sunday, Reverend Josh will be speaking about You Deserve to Be Happy, and he will be joined by special guest artist Laura Berman. And next Wednesday night, Reverend Michelle will be back again with the part 2 of The Universe Has a Plan, a deepening experience, I have a feeling, to continue that conversation, along with our music director, Tom Litch, singing with us. And always, our great band. We are so blessed. Once again, thanks for being here. Let's stand together and sing We Release and Let Go.